this quick since I'm on the clock. You know, I get suspended on Instagram a lot, so I can't be live. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. You know, we can't take for granted what we see going on. We gotta take it with more than a grain of salt. You know, this same time 4 years ago, in other words, when it was time to vote before, do y'all remember what we was dealing with 4 years ago in May? Ask yourself, when did George Floyd get killed? And then ask yourself, that was a voting year. And after that, during May, same month, nothing but violence, nothing but peaceful protests. A lot of it organized protest, you know, and now voting time, and what do we have? Protests that seem like they can't be stopped. You know, this thing is they really moving really strategical. And to my black folks, I don't understand why y'all always feel like you gotta be on the front line. Why we always gotta be on the front line? Do we realize? I know so many people tune in. I saw Charlamagne the Boy and DJ Envy. Matter of fact, why are people listening to somebody who called themselves a god and the other one called himself Envy? Anyway, that's another note. We're ripping Donald Trump, talking about how he's such a threat to society, a threat to the nation, a threat to this, a threat to that. But he's not talking about how Joe Biden took half of the funding that Donald Trump gave to black colleges, historical black colleges only. You know, about half of that has been taken away under Joe Biden. 45% taken away. So that means black colleges, and if it's black colleges, it's mainly black students. You know, probably a high 95, 98, 99% black students. Probably 99.5%. That means half of them getting cheated out of a chance of an education at a black, historically black college. Are the black colleges and the black students paying for the war in Ukraine or the war in Israel or Palestine? Or are they paying for the war on Donald Trump? Charlamagne won't talk about that because he don't know enough. He only wait to be told what he needs to say. So I understand. A puppet go which way he told to go. When we pull you up, you go up. And so we got to stop listening to fools like that. The dollar that used to be a dollar when Donald Trump was president, I'm gonna try not to say that, but you can only compare to the person that just left. That's all you can compare by. That's all you got to go by. So I have to go by the last president. And when the last president left the office, the dollar was a stable dollar. Now that dollar is worth 85 cents. That ain't good. Nah. That's why we're struggling. It's a struggle. A lot of the things that we said couldn't be done, we seeing the students do it. Shout out to Huey P. Newton, SNCC. You know, we seeing the students just motivate and do things, and they're doing it to Jewish institutions. Something that black people would never do. They always were scared to even try. The Jewish own this. The Jew. Hey, we can't do nothing. The Jewish, they do it. Look what's going on. I'm not applauding it because it's crazy and so ironic that so many blacks supporting and sitting by laughing, but what's going on is they rewriting your history right in front of your face as well. Soon, Ruby Bridges will just be a footnote because they are modern day Ruby Bridges now with millions and millions and millions of viewers and views and likes and support. The story that Ruby Bridges had to catch in steals and a few pictures that we saw and all this and that, that's seen every day now. We got to be careful what we help them do, because most of the time we're going to be the ones paying for it. It just made it illegal to hurt somebody's feelings. You better look this stuff up, man. And it's supposed to be surrounding the Palestine and Jewish situation, but they're making it broad. In other words, that transgender that you call a man, you can get charged for that now in America. And that's going to go on for the rest of our lives until somebody changes it. We better be careful of the ways we setting ourselves up, and we supporting it, we sitting by, we laughing, thinking it's a joke. But these colleges are actually negotiating with Hamas. That's on record. They might not be negotiating directly, but indirectly, a lot of this pushing is going on from over there. I'm saying in regards to the Palestine Jewish situation. I'm just saying, man, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. I don't even understand why Joe Biden considering giving American land. You couldn't do nothing for the homeless, but now you're ready to give all away the land, American land, to the Palestine, to Gazans, I should say. What's that about? But you can't feed America. But you can't secure America. The border is open. That's strategic. More than anything, my mom was out of town. I told her to be careful. Gotta be careful. Yeah, man. We gotta, Florida, one of the #1 spots, despite what we may think and see, is one of the #1 destinations for these migrants that's being flown around. You know why? Because they're trying to attack red states to fill them up with blue voters. That's just the bottom line. Red states like Florida. I don't care. But in regards to the people that are already poor and struggling and starving and having economic issues, we should be aware of this. And I am in that situation. That's one of the saddest things. Charles Barkley always say, one of the worst things is black people being poor and don't know they're poor. Don't even want to acknowledge they're poor. That's why you ain't doing nothing to change the condition. That's why you allow the school board and the government to make every decision in your household, because you don't know your own condition. But you better understand something. You are poor. Yeah, man. That's it, man. I ain't going to talk too long because I am on the clear lock. Yeah. It's like, if they shut down colleges, I mean, like I said, this happened in May 4 years ago. Voting time is happening in May again. That's ironic. Protests everywhere. If they shut down colleges and start doing this to education, I know a lot of us thinking, well, they ain't shutting down no black colleges, this and that. Let me tell you something. We think the colleges are funded by parents and things, but that's only like 17%. Look it up. College money that coming from tuition and stuff like that, like 17. It ain't a lot. Over half of it come from endowments and gifts. You know what that means? That means somebody with a lot of money who donate, who just giving gifts, charity to that college, is calling them and saying, you better not stop it. That's who controlling it. Those people who giving those gifts, that's who controlling it. Not the parents. So it ain't the parents. You can't just pull your student and think that the college gonna listen to you when it's a guy that just gave them $10 million, telling them, let it go. Yeah, man. I mean, understand this. If rights in America start fading, just because you black don't mean you straight. They don't like you either. I've been there. I've been across that pond. I know. They get along with us because they got these stones. Let me tell you something. When they talk about giving out land to the wrong people, I don't know none of them individually, and I don't want to say nothing to I don't want to put myself in harm's way, because a lot of them are our brothers. But what I'm saying is, I've been over there, and All that mean in your neighborhood, poor communities, that mean a lot of more store owners that don't look like you and that don't like you. I was escorted out of a store by those type of people. I can't say which one directly. It could have been a Jewish guy. I don't know. But I was directly walked out of the store, and then I realized what was going on, and I wouldn't have wanted to spend my money there anyway. But I was happy to be over there. So I'm just saying, y'all think because they get along with us in our communities that they like you, and they don't. They have to get along in your community because they're taking your money every day. They depend on you to be stupid. So yes, of course, you think they're your brothers. Man, we got to wake up. So now they're saying they're giving out land as refugees. That's more store owners in your communities of stores that we could have been owned. But we don't put our money together. But they won't have to. Anyway, that's more gun owners that won't have to have licenses that we can't get because of some felony 20 years ago like myself. Yeah, man. I just wish my people would sit back and just say, hey, you know, what's going on. We ain't got much to do with it. We can't help y'all. I'm going to tell you, I've been hearing a lot of analysts, see, they don't understand it like we do. And I understand it from a total different standpoint because I have been a professional protester. I know what it is to be paid by the government to be a protester. Fight for 15. I've been a part of that movement, and I was there when they changed it from Fight to 15 and a union. And a lot of protesters like myself, we was upset. I would say 8 out of 10,000 people that marched to Virginia, 5,000 was upset that they started controlling the situation, and the people who was donating the money changed our slogan from Fight for 15 and a union to Fight for 15. This is what it is. And if you want to continue to get paid, continue to get endowments, continue to be in these hotels for free, I know what it is. So I know half the time you don't even know what you're fighting for. All you know is you paid. And you're on a nice trip to a place and you're in a nice hotel, you're getting food, everything free, and you're going to get paid. I know what it is. And I wasn't doing it because I was a sucker, but I was doing it because I believed in the Fight for 15 movement. And so but I also understood it in a different way once I went to bigger events and bigger organized events where paid agitators was there. Or paid, not agitators, but people to just actually make it look big as they needed it to look. We didn't have agitators, actually. We just had people willing to march and make the slogan. And I would say, like I said, I would say out of 10,000, 10,000 supported it. But we saw the power of the union when they changed the slogan and told us, now we're fighting. I mean, we saw the power of the people who was paying when they told us we couldn't add a union anymore. We couldn't say that. And we started seeing it and understanding it different. And as you can see, it was a successful movement. So the power of the money won. And I'm just saying that in regards to, I understand what it is to be a paid protester, a paid agitator. And so people wondering where people like Black Lives Matter went, I would tell you, I would say this, in no disrespect to people who really believed in Black Lives Matter. A lot of the same people that were protesting with Black Lives Matter are now paid to protest at those schools. It ain't all students. Even when they got arrested. Look, I gotta go. God is good, TGIF, man. We gotta wake up. That's all. That's all. Be in tune to what's going on, and if you actually PBD broadcast awesome, but myself, I'm also awesome. Listen to Melanie King, man. She another good one. The boy LIR family. People that's waking up, they're giving you truth. They're gonna give you truth, and when they give it to you, they're gonna give you proof. I don't do a lot of that because I ain't savvy with the internet too, you know, with the little buttons and stuff. So I just give it to you, and hopefully you'll look it up and reference it, and you'll see it's real. You'll see it's real. I'm out, man. God is good. Do something with your time, man, that means something. All right.